I really don't care about what people claim to know, because we don't wait until we know something or wait until we claim to know something to act. We act in accordance with our beliefs, and so it's beliefs that matter. It doesn't matter whether I know that I'm wearing a shirt or believe that I'm wearing a shirt, because, first of all, they're not mutually exclusive. I don't have to reach the point of knowledge for my belief that I'm wearing a shirt to impact my worldview. It's already part of my worldview.
See, the point I'm trying to make is that, okay, is if you know that you're wearing a shirt, there is no need to believe it.
You can't avoid it. If you know it, you also believe it.
Like, for example, when we say that there is sun in the sky, we don't have to believe in sun, right? We know it's there.
But we still believe it. Are you saying you don't believe it? If those are the only two options, you either believe or you don't, right?
I mean, okay, let's get ahead from this point. I think you understand what I'm trying to say, and I also understand what you're trying to say, okay?
I'm not so really sure, but well, go ahead.
Okay. So basically, see, even in Hinduism, there are various levels, okay, where people believe in deities and they pray to the deities. Just like in any other religion, Christianity, they believe in certain form of God and they pray to them, okay? But later on, what happens, after a lot of struggle, once a person's maturity or experience grows, he starts asking questions like all the atheists ask, right? And they are not satisfied with the answers that they get. So that is a qualification criteria to go to the next level, actually.
I don't understand what you mean by levels, but okay.
Levels, like, for example, you qualify to this level of atheism.
There's no level of atheism. There's no level of atheism. It's a binary thing. You're either an atheist or you're not. The only way to be a bad atheist is to believe in a God.
Okay, try what I'm trying to say, okay? Try to understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that before you believed in something, okay, but then later on your intellect, your intelligence started growing, and then you started questioning, and then you could not find reasonable answers, logical answers to your questions. Then you start believing that thing, okay?
Believing what thing?
Whatever God concept you had.
Well, I, for example, never had a God belief. So how does that fit in with your concept of levels?
Okay, what I'm trying to say is that as a person, like when you are children, you know, many people believe in Santa Claus. But after a certain level, they stop believing in Santa Claus because they know it's stupid.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the level I'm talking about. Okay. So every one of us are going through different levels in our life of understanding or maturity. Okay. Just like our body grows, our understanding or intellect also grows. So the moment you qualify to the next level, there are higher level of challenges. You have to cross that. Okay. So now what I feel is you have qualified to the next level. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that don't stop. Have you investigated about meditation and different techniques of meditation or yoga?
Sure, but what the hell does that have to do with the question? The question is, does a God exist?
See, the problem in Hinduism is that we don't start the question whether the God exists or not.
Okay.
That is not the approach we take. God, we don't even start discussing about God. Okay?
Well, see, as atheists, our position is about the God question. So if you're not going to address that question, I don't know what the hell that has to do with atheism.
Actually, what I'm trying to say is that the God question will be answered at the end. Okay?
So you think you can answer the God question?
First, we have to answer who are we? Who am I? Who are you? We have to start where we stand. If we don't know who we are, your name is Matt, okay? It is the name given to you by your parents, but who are you really? We have to go on asking those questions to ourselves, and through meditation you can get those answers.
Yeah, see, first of all, I'm interested in reality.
Yeah.
Now, I understand that meditation, along with quiet reflection and other things, have been shown to have some positive benefits. But I have not seen any evidence that meditation provides you with some sort of grand answer that is actually demonstrably true, that you couldn't achieve through just thinking.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. See, the thing is, we have to understand there are two types of sciences. One is subjective science and the other is objective science. Okay? Are you with me?
No, not really.
Okay. Subjective science means when the experimental lab is within us. And objective science means when
That's
the
not
experimental
science.
lab outside us.
No, that subjective experience, introspection stuff, that's not science.
Yeah, I would say all of science is objective, or it's not science.
Or strives to eliminate subjective.
Right.
Okay, I will try to explain what is subjective. Let's say I eat an apple, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I give the apple to you also. You also taste it. So how the apple is going to taste to you, I will never know, or you will never know how it tastes to me. It's a subjective experience.
Okay. I agree with you in part in that I cannot fully comprehend what it's like to you, and I cannot have the same exact experience that you are, that it is necessarily subjective. But that doesn't mean that our individual experiences don't still tie to an external reality.
See, that is where I want to try. See, this is a challenge when we start discussing about spirituality or God. The whole discussion is within the realm of subjectivity.
Well, then I'm uninterested. If it can't be demonstrated, if there is no reliable path, if there's no scientific process to demonstrate the truth of it, then one subjective claim is just as good as another. If we have no evidence supporting it, that is subject to independent verification, falsification, peer review, etc., I'm not interested. You might as well tell me, it's like if somebody comes to me and says, hey, I was abducted by aliens last night. Well, they might have been. But if we have absolutely no way to verify it, and there is no supporting evidence that even the kind of thing that they're talking about is actually true, then we can't be justified in claiming that their story is true. And so their story is irrelevant to me. Apart from telling me something about them.
Okay, I understand what you're trying to say, but let's say if I give you a process, let's say there are 10 steps in the process, and if I ask you, okay, if you walk these 10 steps, okay, and then you will go through that experience, what would you say?
Well, I don't know.
See, it's a science, okay? It's an inner science, but...
What? I'm sorry, what?
It is a science. But
Okay.
it's a different... See, this
No.
is
You're saying...
You are stopping at the objective level science, okay?
Yes.
You are stopping at the objective level science, and that is what I'm trying to challenge you, that don't stop there. Okay?
Well, I'm sorry, but if we don't stop there, then we haven't got any viable pathway to distinguish truth from fantasy.